So another day, another game. 7-2 Detroit Tigers over the Yankees. But we'll go over some highlights and some bright spots. Shout out to everybody in here. Jonathan's in the house already. We'll keep it relatively short and sweet. It's a Sunday afternoon, so I don't want to keep up too much of your time. But some bright spots. Nestor Cortez. Okay, Nestor Cortez is on the mound, and for some reason the box score is not updating online, so that's why I don't have it here for you. But I'm going to read it out to you. And by the way, I'm going to be starting video highlights in my videos and my live streams and even in my shorts. I'm learning how to do that right now. So stay tuned. That's going to happen over the next couple of days, most likely. I have video highlights to spruce up the video. So finally, I'll be moving into the future. Stephen B. Keith Calif. What is good? What is good? So what do we got here? 7-2. Come on, the stats are not uploading here. Here we go, Yankees. Okay, so Nestor Cortez, 4 innings pitched. 1 hit, 1 earned run, 3 strikeouts, 54 pitches, efficient. And Caleb Ferguson came in 2 2/3, 1 hit, 2 runs, got ahead a little bit. The new acquisition from the Dodgers. And then Alex Mauricio came in. After that, a third of an inning, 1 hit, 1 walk. And Cody Poteet came in, 2 clean innings, 2 hits, 3 strikeouts. And Ron Marinaccio got roughed up today. He probably had the worst outing. He didn't even get an out, but he had 2 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 2 walks. So he struggled today. And then after Ron Marinaccio, we had Jack Neely in there, who came in and threw an inning, clean, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. And then Joey Gerber came in after that. He's been a veteran journeyman, 2/3 of an inning, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. And then lastly, Ryan Anderson with 1/3 of an inning, 2 pitches. So now offensively, DJ LeMahieu leading off went 0 for 3 with a strikeout, and he was replaced by George Lombard, who went 0 for 1. And Juan Soto 2 for 3 with a home run, his 3rd home run of the spring. So he is locked in right now. He's looking good. It's exciting. Then Greg Allen replaced him in pinch hit, stole second base. He was 0 for 1 with a run scored. Aaron Judge was 0 for 2. Oscar Gonzalez came in, pinch hit for him, but he drew a walk. And then Anthony Rizzo, 1 for 2 with an RBI double. He's looking pretty good too. Seems like he's healthy and locked in. And Ben Rice replaced him at second, was 0 for 1. Giancarlo Stanton 0 for 3. Josh Bro replaced him, was 0 for 1. Austin Wells 0 for 2. Josh Van Meter 0 for 1. Brandon Lockridge was 1 for 2. Jahmai Jones, who's he just recently acquired off waivers, he was 1 for 2. He's 1 for 2, I think, 2 days in a row or something like that, 2 for 3. Yorbit Vivas hit the ball hard today, but he was 0 for 2. Spencer Jones came in, was 0 for 2. He had 2 looking strikeouts. And Jeter Downs came in as 0 for 2 with a brilliant play at shortstop, an absolute defensive whiz play at shortstop. And Luis Torrens came in, was 1 for 1. So that's pretty much the sum of the game. The plays itself. Andy Ibanez hit a home run in the first inning to make it 1-0 Tigers. Then Soto tied it up at 1 in the bottom of the first. 426-foot shot. Then Matt Vierling with a 2-run double to make it 3-1 in the 5th. And Anthony Rizzo made it 3-2 in the 6th. And then, you got a couple guys after that. They scored 3 runs in the 8th. 4 runs in the 8th. Jace Jung, RBI single. RBI again. RBI walk. T.J. Hopkins, RBI walk again. Bobby Kennedy, and then RBI sac fly to make it 7-2, and that's where it stayed in the 8th. So, but the bright spots again right now, Nestor Cortez, okay, Juan Soto. Again, the rotation is slowly rounding into form. Marcus Stroman was fantastic yesterday. He was a heck of a lot better yesterday than he was at the first time he was out. So he looked locked in. What's up, NFE's in the house. Andrew Dang, what is good? What is good? All right. NFE, my man. Word Lifers in the house. Soto's definitely rocking it. Nestor's making progress. He's building his pitch counts. He's staying locked in, just like Marcus Stroman. So now we need Carlos Rodon to follow suit and be productive in the games. And he gave up a couple of batting practice home runs the other day, but that's batting practice home run. So Maz is in the house. Fortrain Express. Make sure that you subscribe to these channels. The Fortrain Express. Make sure you subscribe to the Strike Zone. They're valuable members of the 161, the family, tight-knit group. and they're great content creators. So we all appreciate the support of each other. Um, but I'm telling you, those are the highlights today. I mean, I've this and the Yankees made some roster moves today too. Those that haven't heard, and this is right from the New York Yankees themselves. I'm going to pull this tweet up. The Yankees made 4 roster moves, and these are roster moves that they make in spring as they pare down the roster, get down to 26. The Yankees have, where is it? Optioned out. Here we go. They optioned Luis Hill and right-handed pitcher Leandro Gomez to AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre, and then they reassigned Chase Hampton and right-hand pitcher Art Warren, not Will Warren, Art Warren to minor league camp. So these are textbook moves. That the fact that Will Warren hasn't been sent down yet is a testament to show that their faith that they have in him. So, um, and again, he's a guy that's probably going to last a little longer as a Clayton beater. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think I really think that neither one of them will make it with the team in April, but I do think a reliever will make it with the team. Probably Nick Birdie, but these other guys, I think this the value. And I mentioned this last night. I was talking to NFE and Mazza and Hector and Dane Huber that I think the value of Luke Weaver is going to make it possible for the Yankees to not have to expect 180 innings from guys like Will Warren and Nestor Cortez. He'll be a rover, a 6 starter to allow these guys to ease the rookies in and keep Nestor Cortez healthy. So, and I think that's great value. And even guys like Cody Poteet can go longer innings. Absolutely valuable. So, but yeah, Aiden, Soto keeps raking. Mad Max, I can't wait for the start of the season either, man. I really, really can't, man. I can't. What's up, Sean Browning? There he is. But that's, I mean, to sum it up, that was the game. 7-2. There's always some bright spots in each game, you know. The other guys still need to round in the form. Anthony Volpe's doing his thing. Some of these Anthony Rizzo looks pretty good. So George Lombard is showing some bright spots. Even though he rounded into a double play at the end of the game, he's showing bright spots for an 18-year-old kid to go be this far and play this many games in spring training. Pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. So I'm not really worried about some of the slower starts either. There are some adjustments that these guys have made with James Rosen. They have to make, like Giancarlo Stanton has a new stance. Anthony Volpe's got a new stance. You'll see more disciplined hitting. Okay, you'll see more level swings, but it's going to take a little bit of time to adapt to some of these new stances, and and that's totally fine. We don't need them to be sharp right now. We need them to be sharp later. So, and that'll happen. And the fan and for those that don't know, Alex Verdugo, he has a little leg contusion. He was hit by a pitch yesterday, so he's playing day by day, day to day. So he'll be fine in a couple days. So I wouldn't worry about Alex Verdugo either. But we need these guys to be healthy and raring to go when the season starts, and I think they will be. And it looks like the rotation is rounding in the form, building on what they had last time. So, and I'm looking forward to seeing that, and I'm hoping for continued progress from Clark Schmidt and Carlos Rodon to pair with the other guys, Stroman and Cole and Nestor Cortez, and again watching to see how these guys recover after they pitch is another key part of this too. But I can't stop watching Juan Soto. I mean, once him and Judge are firing on all cylinders, and once we have Gleyber Torres firing and DJ firing and Rizzo and like Verdugo and all these other guys, Volpe and Austin Wells, and it's going to be really, really fun lineup to watch. An extremely fun lineup to watch. Soto looks like he's having a lot of fun. Word lifer, you got that right. So I look, in all honesty, Lorenzo, and this is a good, hope the Yankees can give him a long-term deal, right? And I don't think he's going to come here. I don't think he's going to come here to go play for another team after this year. So why would he go to the Mets? Some folks keep saying he's going to go to the Mets. They're favored. Uncle Steve has more money and blah blah blah. The Yankees wouldn't trade all these players to have him here to come here for a year to be outbid by the Mets. Okay, this is the guy. Nice job, Fortrain, man. Work well done, dude. Having Scott Braun on your show, that's good, man. They're not going to bring him here to let him go to Queens. Not to the Mets. No. And again, who's he going to play? He'll be going to a far inferior team in Queens. So, in all due respect to the Mets, he would be going to a far inferior team in Queens. They've got to re-sign Pete Alonso. They don't really have a pitching rotation. Kodai Senga is hurt. Verlander's not here anymore. Scherzer's not here anymore. Who do they have? I don't know. I don't know. Stephen B. Happy birthday, Stephen B. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Stephen B. Happy birthday, Stephen B. All right, man. Let's give. Let's show this man some love. Stephen B. Man. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Birthday, Stephen B. Happy birthday to you. I know I don't sound like Celine Dion or anything or Michael Bolton, but happy birthday, Stephen B. Man. Really, happy birthday to you, my friend. Um, well, well, exactly. We don't know. I mean, but I did hear today that Jordan Montgomery is at his last wits. As last wits, he's frustrated to his final straw with Scott Boras having not signed yet. So maybe he's going to have to settle. He's definitely going to have to settle for an abbreviated or a smaller deal. You know what I mean? But if I'm the Yankees, I'm calling them right now and saying I'm putting an offer out. Say, look, Blake Snell turned us down. We'll happily give Jordan Montgomery an offer if he's willing to come here. I don't know if he is, but he said there was no bad blood. But yeah, it is Michael Bolton. Thank you, Word Lifer. um, but I would be calling him today and try to get him an offer get an offer there and say you got 24 hours. You guy wants to sign, right? Well, you got 24 hours to agree to this or say no. Here's the offer, whatever it may be. And at this point, maybe 4 years, you can get him for 4 years, 80. And keep in mind, he is not attached to a qualifying offer. So he's not going to require the 2 draft picks that come with Blake Snell. He's not gonna come with the $1 million in international money that comes with Blake Snell. And a double he'll come with the double pay, just like Blake Snell, but he doesn't come with those other things because he's not attached to a QO. Why is he not attached to a QO? Because he was traded at the deadline. He's not eligible for a QO. But his wife is starting her medical residency at Harvard Medical. So, and there has been chats. He did have a Zoom meeting before spring training started with Boston, but they still haven't signed him yet. And again, I don't know what Scott Boras is waiting for, but he's frustrated, and that's been made clear today. He's not happy with the state of his not being signed yet, Jordan Montgomery. So if I'm the Yankees, I'm capitalizing on that if I can, and I would go out there and pay. Look, your guy, Blake still had a chance. He lost out. Now we're going for Jordan Montgomery. Period. End of story. So, um, but it's yeah. I mean, 4 train. Yeah, I'm the Yankees. Yeah, I go to Montgomery soon. Yeah, see what he says and see if he turns it down. If he turns it down, he turns it down. Period. So he turns it down, he turns it down. But that's what I would do right now. That's what I would do, and I would do it today, and make him an offer today. So we'll see. We'll see if they do it or not. 36. All right, Sean. Happy birthday, man. Happy 36, my man. Yes. Yeah, Elvis Andrews minor league contract with the Diamondbacks. Maybe a good depth piece. Aside from that, there's been nothing of significance happening. JD Martinez not signed yet. Snell's not signed. Montgomery's not signed. There's a lot of people. Um, you know. Yeah, and Scott Boras definitely did his clients a disservice this year. 100%. Snell had 2 offers by the Yankees. No one else gave him 1. He turned down both from the Yankees. So what are you gonna do? What can you do at this point? So I moved on from him. I don't see people keep saying, "Oh, make this happen." How you got to make it. He said no already. And again, maybe he makes them better this year, but after that, I don't think so. And he's never gone 2 consecutive good years. He's been pretty down out the year after a Cy Young Award. And if you look at his stats, that's an historical fact with Blake Snell. So I would not be. I'm moving on from Blake Snell. Jordan Montgomery looks like he's still on the upswing. So if I were Snell, I'd be telling Boras to kick rocks too. I would. I really, really would. But yeah, hit that like button by the way, gang, if you don't mind. I'm gonna get those likes up. Um, yeah, they were looking to give Snell 28 million per. He said no. No. At this point, this is why I'm giving him deuces. Could be a nice guy. That's great. I know Judge liked him. I know Garrett Cole liked him, and even more Soto. But what else can you do? He said no to the Yankees twice. That's a desperate move now. If you're gonna go and beg him, no. Say I'm gonna give Jordan Montgomery the money instead of Blake Snell. As of right now, Lorenzo, the rotation is probably Cole, Rodon, Stroman, Cortez, and Schmidt. Because that seems like the 5 right now. With, Will Warren creeping up the I think he'll probably be up in the May or June or something like that. And even Clayton Beater possibly. There's no room for JD Martinez, Aiden. There's no room for him anywhere. Where would he play? Yes, this is true. Boras thought he'd be able to squeeze a desperate team. And he thought Yankees would be one of these desperate teams. And they're not doing it. So, moving on. But people keep talking about him. DJ's fine, Lorenzo. DJ's fine. He's healthy. I mean, he's fine. It's spring training. Judge isn't hitting any more than DJ is. So, what's up, Dev? Saying the guys are just getting their rhythm back, getting their reps in, building themselves up for the season. So I'm not worried about these guys with slow starts. I'm not. The O's are pretty scary, but again, not handing the title yet. Not handing him the AL East title yet either. Just like I'm not handing the Dodgers the World Championship either. So, JD Martinez would make sense for the Angels. Yep. And I would keep an eye on the Giants. I mean, they're in on apparently, or at the very least interested in Scott Boras. Maybe he can get them to desperately overpay. Since they did get Matt Chapman on a abbreviated deal, they really, really did. So, and yeah, you get on that thing again. You're going up in a timeout for a room. Excuse me. It's crazy, man. But again, they didn't leave. Yeah, exactly, Fortune. They didn't leave any room for negotiation. Nothing. Jake Boss in the house. What's good, Jake Boss? We got 31 likes. We got 66 people in here. Anybody hasn't hit that thumbs up, please hit that thumbs up. It's greatly appreciated. Let's try to get over 50 as quickly as we can. And again, I'll keep it short and sweet. We'll wrap it up in a few minutes. It's Sunday afternoon. So, a 7-2. Bright spots. Juan Soto, Nestor Cortez. Couple of relievers, too. But some of these other relievers are looking pretty good, too. Cody Poteet, Cody Morris, Nick Birdie. I haven't seen Clay Holmes yet. I haven't seen Ian Hamilton yet. But they will. They'll come out. So, owners have definitely caught on Boras. McKenna, please, I'm on. The owners have definitely caught on to Boras. Yep, and teams are not biting. They're up to his stunts. So you can cry collusion all you want. It ain't gonna work. So he's done his guys a disservice. And he couldn't even get Hyunjin Ryu a job back in the major leagues. He's went back to Korea. He's a Boras client. So, Boras, I mean, you still got JD, you have Montgomery, and you have Snell. None of them are signed yet. So let the owners continue to be done with Boras. Set an example. And Boras is like 70 or 71, so maybe it is time to retire for a train. Maybe it is. Which is why he's not going to do a deferred contract for Juan Soto. Just like he was not the one to do it for Shohei Ohtani. He would have to wait all those years to be paid. Ain't going to happen. No. Boras is definitely desperate. So he's going to have to settle for deals. He thought he was going to have probably 4 guys making 9 figures this year. So far, 2 of them haven't. Not even close. So, William, preaching to the choir, baby. Soto brings us the World Series. Oh, him and Judge, formidable 2-3 combination right there. And again, whether it's for Dugo or DJ leadoff, and then I would put Gleyber Torres 4th, Rizzo 5th, Stanton 6th, Verdugo 7th, Volpe 8th, and whoever's catching 9th. And this lineup is going to help Volpe too. Whether he bats 8th, whether he bats leadoff, and I think he'll eventually be a leadoff hitter, but not just yet. He's going to be in a position to be driven in by a lot of guys all across the board. So there's going to be a lot of run scoring opportunities. So Boras 71. 71 years old, Scott Boras. Yeah, it's time. It is time. Okay? But this is this is what happens. This is what happens. But for those of you who haven't heard, the Yankees made 4 roster moves. Okay, they optioned out right-handed pitchers Luis Hill and Yoendris Gomez to AAA, and they reassigned Chase Hampton and Art Warren to the minor leagues. So not Will Warren, Art Warren. They had two Warrens on the team. Now, yeah, I would give Volpe the leadoff role too, depending on how he develops. I think he's going to make some steps. His swing looks better. He looks more patient. He has an adjusted stance and in a batting stance, so which has led to an adjusted swing. So a more disciplined hitting approach, which I think is going to rub off on a lot of players with working with James Rosen. So it does remind me a little bit of '96, a little bit of 2009. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Volpe swing looks better. Stanton swing looks better. Rizzo swing looks better. He's just healthy. We need him to be healthy. So I saw the videos on the young kids. Yeah, pretty impressive. Make sure you watch 4Train. 4Train's doing some scouting on young kids, young prospects. So I would make sure you subscribe to his channel because he can put out some more insight on these guys. So well done, 4Train. Yeah, the Yankees do not have a single. Last year, again, it was a launch angle obsession, and there was too much of an emphasis on trying to hit home runs at the expense of a lot of strikeouts. And you had players like Anthony Volpe felt like they had to overcompensate when guys like Judge and Stanton got hurt, and it worked to his detriment and to the detriment of the team. Now it's a more diverse lineup, a more complete lineup. Different ball game, different ball game. So I'm happy. I'm happy. So NFE makes a good point. It's not a single-minded approach. It's a more methodical, more strategic approach. Heck yeah. No, Andrew, I think Spencer Jones is probably going to start in AAA to start the season. He won't be here on opening day. I'd be shocked. So, but yeah, smash that like button, gang. We got 39 likes. Can we get over 50? Can we get over 50 like in the next minute or so? See if that actually happens. But Dane, man, thanks so much for coming on. If you haven't seen Dane Huber in NYU, make sure you watch out for Dane. Him and Los do some fantastic work on prospects. If you want to know about the prospect coming up to the system, you want to know why the Yankees fans are so excited, why people like us are so excited, Dane will give you the top 9 insight as to why. Okay? From the ground up. And his insight's invaluable. He was live earlier with NFE from the strike zone. He was given a lot of insight too. But you see any bright spots today too, Dan? I saw Nestor Cortez and of course Juan Soto. Once Soto and Judge start clicking on all cylinders, this team's going to be pretty dangerous. And once you have the lineup set the way that it is, it's going to be dangerous. It really is. Whether it's Verdugo at leadoff, whether it's a DJ at leadoff, and eventually maybe Volpe, this is going to be a dangerous lineup. No, dangerous lineup. I mean, like I said too, I'm not too more worried about who's batting second and third. I'm more concerned with who's going to bat fourth and fifth after that to see who's going to drive in those guys. I'm confident in Soto and Judge. Who it comes after that, who's going to drive them in, I'm more interested in right now. I really am. Jack Neely. Yep. Yeah, it was. These guys were fantastic last night. Thank you, Stephen B. Thank you. I got a lot more coming too. So, got a lot more coming too, and I'm learning right now to start adding video highlights to the videos, to the shorts, live streams videos. So that's coming shortly. I got to spruce up the channel, spruce up the videos. I want to definitely improve the quality of the channel as well, the videos. So as long as the content is good, yes, but some people want highlights to go with the content, and point heard, and I'm definitely learning that right now. So always 4Train Mazza, pleasure, brother. And again, I'll wrap this up in a minute too. We want to keep it short and sweet. I'm working on it in the strike zone. I'm learning right now. Once I get it down pat, I'll call you. I'll take you through it too, brother. Definitely take you through it. But it's definitely a worthwhile venture. And folks like to watch videos with highlights, right? So you can recap games and you can see actually what happened instead of us just talking about it. So I'm learning that right now. So, and learning the software, learning the little trinkets on how to make that happen. So no doubt, strike zone. But that's what, yeah, Rizzo's definitely high contact with power. And again, he's healthy. And that's key. Before he got his concussion last year, he was hitting really well. extremely well before he had his concussion. And then same thing with Marcus Stroman before he started getting his hip injury. He was pitching. He was ahead of Blake Snell in the Cy Young Award, competitive rankings. So, and it looks like he's healthy again. It looks like Rizzo's healthy again. So this is going to be, a good thing to have. We get to keep these guys healthy. And if Rodon has a bounce back, and if Cortez has a bounce back, and keep in mind, I say this repeatedly: the Yankees are not the only team banking on bounce backs from players. Texas Rangers need bounce backs from Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander. Excuse me, not on Max Scherzer and Jacob DeGrom, not Verlander. They need bounce backs from these guys. And I think for Scherzer's coming off surgery, DeGrom's coming off Tommy John, so they need bounce back from these guys as well. And then on that, and Jordan Montgomery's not going back there, so they definitely are going to be relying on bounce backs. So yeah, Rodon looks good. Rizzo looks good. We need them to continue to look good. We need them to stay healthy. And that's the key. We need them to stay healthy and productive. And if they are healthy, they'll be productive. So, but we also have a lot of depth behind these guys, so that if they're not productive for whatever reason, they're not healthy, we have guys that we can call up that we didn't have the last couple of years. I mean, now we've got the depth behind these guys to make it not a massive drop off. We had a massive drop off from Judge to who did we have last year? We had Willie Calhoun, Jake Bowers, Billy McKinney, Franchi Cordero. Like you could have just pitched around Judge and walked Judge, and none of those other guys want to drive him in. So different this year. This is Andrew Dang. Yeah, deadly lineup. Duo Torres versus Soto. I mean, this lineup is going to be fantastic. And you got great Trent Grisham in there. You got a lot of other guys in there too. So whatever the order they decide on for the lineup, I'm going to be fine with. And I think it's going to be a good. I think it's going to be a good lineup. Exactly. Rizzo. It's the same thing for Marcus Stroman. They were on pace for great years, and they were injured. They were derailed by injuries, unfortunately. And that concussion was a freak injury. Collided with Fernando Tatis at first base. So who would have thunk that was going to be that long of an injury? But it affected his everything, his equilibrium. It affected his pitch recognition, his timing, and he wasn't the same after that. But now he's fully recovered. His doctors, not the Yankee doctors, his actual doctors cleared him. So, and he clearly is responding to that. So, and they're absolutely right. He's healthy, and that's exactly what we needed. We need a healthy Rizzo here. We do. We need healthy veterans who set the tone for some of the young guys, especially if they're producing and they're healthy. And then this makes for a great team. Makes for a great team. So, Stanton 6th, Verdugo 7th. Yeah, exactly. Shows how you got that right. And if Volpe can bat 8th, and if either Wells or Trevino bat 9th, and then and if Verdugo's batting 7th, DJ's leading off. If DJ's batting 7th, Verdugo's leading off. Maybe they'll platoon DJ against lefties. Maybe they'll bat Verdugo lead off against righties. Verdugo's got a little bit more speed. These guys are also contact hitters from the, to put the ball in play from the 7th spot too. So we have a lot of ingredients that we didn't have last year on this team that are very valuable pieces. All right, 50 likes. Thank you, gang. Very valuable. And then it was very clear and very apparent that Howland and Cashman took a strategic move in addressing needs this offseason. They're very, very strategic on how they did this. They needed to address certain areas. They addressed the lack of lefty contact hitting. They got that. They needed better aura in the team, so they brought high character guys, high energy guys, right? They brought in a high energy guy like Verdugo draws comparisons to Nick Swisher. They brought in a dog like Marcus Stroman. Combines with the dog of a Carlos Rodon and a bulldog, the pit bull of Garrett Cole. So they're bringing feistiness, they're bringing energy to the team. And then you have Brad Ausmus, who I can't say how much I'm excited that he's here too. He'll complement Aaron Boone's approach too. It's like a young Larry Bowa to me. And then James Rosen's kind of the hybrid between Dylan Lawson and Sean Casey at the hitting coach. So they've strategically done things to set themselves up for success. It's not only bringing the big names. Not only that, just because Yamamoto and Otani went to the Dodgers doesn't mean that they're going to win multiple World Series. Doesn't even mean they're going to win one. They do, great. But if they don't, nothing's guaranteed because the playoffs, everybody starts 0-0, right? Look at last year's World Series participants, the Diamondbacks and the Rangers. 9-1 of them won their division. They were both wildcard teams. You never know what's going to happen. Never know what's going to happen. So, and that's one of the fascinating parts about baseball too. This is why folks like us keep close tabs on these guys, right? The Yankees got some big players, but they got the right fits, and that was key. The Dodgers got some big names, yes, okay, but the Yankees got the fits, and the Dodgers did what they needed for the Dodgers. The Yankees did what they needed for the Yankees, and that's important. The Yankees got the fits that they needed for their team, and they're still looking to add a veteran bench bat too. So we'll see who that's going to be. There's probably two or three spots occupied already. Trent Grisham's going to be one. Whoever doesn't start at catcher is going to be two, and most likely Oswaldo Cabrera will be, because he can play the infield and outfield, will be three, and then maybe a veteran infielder will probably be the fourth bat. We'll see. I don't think it's going to be Oswald Peraza yet. They need him to play regular reps, just like Yorbit Vivas. They need those guys to play regularly in the minors. Okay. And in order to stay productive, in order to stay, especially if Yorbit Vivas is going to replace, if he is going to replace Gleyber Torres, we need him to continue to develop to do that. And if Peraza, let's just say there's an injury and for Rizzo and DJ takes over first, Peraza's a guy they can bring up for third. If he's getting regular playing time, not only is it going to help the Yankees, but if they do want to move him at, let's say, the deadline, it increases his trade value too. So those guys need regular playing time no matter where they're at. And if it's AAA, it's AAA. Yankees they have more depth this year. So some guys are going to send it, and I would hate to see somebody playing once a week not getting an opportunity to develop, and all of a sudden they're called a bust. Well, this isn't the Fred Mucci League in Staten Island. This is the major leagues. It's really hard to catch up and to get your timing if you're only playing once a week. So, which is why you have some of these veterans now who, sometimes they'll perform well on part-time duty. Sometimes they'll perform well on full-time duty. It's harder to find these bench players that we can rely on to put the ball in play or do the little things, even if they don't play every day. It's one reason why the Yankees haven't signed this. One reason why the Yankees are continually make these moves. Brought in Jahmai Jones the other day. They optioned out Jordan Groshans. Maybe that was a more strategic move. But maybe they'll bring back Groshans too. But I'm still thinking of somebody. I mean, I would look at somebody like Will Myers. I know people brought up Donovan Solano. He's older, but he still puts the bat in the ball. Will Myers is a little bit older too, but he puts the bat in the ball. He was a Yankee killer too. So maybe these guys, and they want to have exactly strikes on. Chemistry is important. So whoever they bring in at this point needs to be a good fit to the chemistry. Absolutely, needs to be a fit. So, and I'll leave you with that. I will wrap this up right now. I want to thank you all for coming on. Yankees dropped at 7-2, but nothing. The things that needed to happen happened. Nestor Cortez got his work done, starting rotation. I'm going to look up and see when the next game is and who they're playing against. Tomorrow, Monday, the Yankees play the Marlins, 6:40 p.m. It's going to be Clark Schmidt versus AJ Puck. So, Clark Schmidt versus AJ Puck. That's who's pitching tomorrow. So, have a great day, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace and love to all of you. Hit the like button on the way out. And if you're not subbed to this channel, please do. It's greatly appreciated. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming. I don't want you to miss any of it. So, thank you so much. Have a great day. Talk to you next time.